Alright, so I'm not going to do no big jazzy special intro this time. Just going to give my post week 2 update video for Team 7, the Lucky Losers. In case you haven't seen yet, I made a P90X transformation video that I posted on my Cashbath channel. One of the reasons I did that now is so that all the new people who have come and seen me as a leader in H4H know that I've come as far as I have to get to where I'm at now. I'm not just some guy who's always been in shape my whole life, trying to talk to other people who have a long way to go and not being able to have any sort of empathy for where they're coming from or where they have to go. Or, hey, you know, I'm not just some guy who is like, oh, I got 10 pounds to lose. And I think a lot of people on YouTube kind of thought that, so I put that video together to show people, hey, I was pretty out of shape at one point. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I just wanted to say that's the main reason why I did that. Alright people, there's 10 weeks left to Halloween. How are you doing? Are you going to be where you want to be? The first 2 weeks are usually pretty easy. It gets harder and harder to stick to it as we go on. So if you haven't done so good the first 2 weeks, it's probably time to reflect and question just how serious you are about this. Alright, so when I make a video, I say video response by Wednesday. What I mean when I say Wednesday is Wednesday night at midnight-ish. So that would be Saturday to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That gives you 4 days. So as long as you have posted your video response by Wednesday night, then you've hit the time frame that you're supposed to post your video. That doesn't mean always wait till Wednesday. I understand everybody's busy, things happen in life, sometimes you're just not going to get a video up. For the most part, try to get your video responses in by Wednesday. The reason I ask for that is so that I can go through, watch everybody's videos, which I have done, and start making my video before Saturday, because I like to have it made by Saturday so that it's up on Saturday. We have a few people in our group who haven't put up a video response at all to Hot for Halloween. That happens. We have a few people who didn't get our video response up for week 2. I base who is still left in my group on video responses to my last update on the Hot for Halloween channel. Now last week I assigned accountability buddy groups to everybody, and I just randomly drew the names for these groups out of a bowl. Actually, I had my daughter write down the names on a piece of paper and I drew them out and assign the groups that way. As you can see, I still have the bowl with the names in it because I planned on every 2 weeks going through and drawing out new names and putting people together in their groups. As a coach or a leader, one of the things that you must learn to do is adjust. Sometimes you make a plan, you think something's going to work, and then you realize it's not going to work. For example, on the football team that I coach, last year I was not the offensive coordinator. This year I'm the offensive coordinator, so we're going to use my plays. I got out there at first practice, started installing the plays, and I realized right away the kids were not going to be able to run the plays the way I have them drawn up. Instead of trying to force the kids to learn the plays, I adapted the plays so that they fit the kids. That's just part of being a good coach or a good leader. What I'm going to do is I'm going to adapt the accountability buddy groups using the same philosophy. This week's assignments are easy ones. The harder ones are going to come later. The first assignment is to update me on how your accountability buddy group went. Let me know if you were part of the group, if anybody in your group actually talked to each other, who talked to each other, who did no talking. Give me an update on how your group went. Who talked to who doesn't have the time, who does, did you talk by email, did you talk on IMs, and just put all that information in your video response to this video. Your second assignment, I have created a Yahoo group for all of us to use to communicate with each other. The Yahoo group ID is somewhere around here. In the description bar, I will place an email address that you can send an email to requesting to be part of the Yahoo group. If you don't know how they work, basically how they work is you send an email to the group email address and then everybody gets the email. That way, it's a way for everybody to quickly communicate with each other. That's it. Just a quick update this week. How am I doing? I'm on plan. I'm rocking it. I have absolute confidence that I'm gonna reach my goal for Halloween. Submit your video response by Wednesday at midnight, whatever time zone. Also, last week I asked for everybody to send me a before shot. Only a couple people sent those before shots, so if you didn't get them sent, please send one this week to my H4H email address, which is here. I will also put that email address in the description bar. I think I've kind of decided what I'm going to be for Halloween too, but I'll reveal that later. Alright, lucky losers, your fearless leader, signing off. In closing, I leave you with this thought of the week. Do you measure yourself based on what you have achieved, or based on what you should have achieved according to your abilities? I think when children are born, they're born with this little radar built into their head that goes off whenever their parents are trying to do something. So it's like they leave you alone, and then the second you start to attempt to do something, bam, they're on top of you. They're like, hey, you're trying to do something. Let me screw with that and not let you get it done because I have nothing better to do than to be all over you. And then you're like, okay, let me stop trying to do what I was doing. What do you need? And they're like, oh, never mind. And they walk away.